For me to have my rights back, it gave me a voice.
Since 2019, when Darrell Redmond got his right to vote back after serving time, he's voted in every election.
I've been home now 4 years, so I voted last year, but then when I seen it this year, I'm like, what was going on?
Redmond says he's one of 3,400 Virginians who had their voting rights restored after serving prison time, but were mistakenly removed from the voter rolls by Virginia's election department.
Mine was reinstated. However, I deal with a lot of people that have been purged and they just scared to deal with the system, scared of being re-traumatized, even going through a process of even dealing with anything legal because they have already been impacted by the system.
Voting rights groups expressing concern the 3,400 voters who were identified might not be the only ones impacted.
We don't know what to believe. I don't trust them. I don't trust the administration.
The Youngkin administration says the 3,400 voters were mistakenly removed from voter rolls for probation violations that were misclassified as new felony convictions. Originally, state election officials said only 275 were misclassified, but announced Friday the actual number was much higher.
A number of them were misclassified as having committed an additional felony, which under state law would mean that they would lose their rights to vote.
Governor Youngkin addressing the issue Wednesday, saying a data set with information on returning citizens provided to the Department of Elections contained errors leading to the incorrect voter purge. The governor says they've notified all the voters impacted and they will be able to vote in this election.
This is a data set that clearly needs to be studied and understood. We're working constructively with the Inspector General on all fronts to make sure that we get to the bottom of this. To be clear, every Virginian that has the right to vote should have the opportunity to vote. Not a single person should be excluded.
It's time to get rid of this in our Constitution because it is a stain on the moral fabric of our being and who we are.
Virginia's Constitution gives every governor broad authority over rights restoration. Advocates say this is a clear example of why an amendment is needed for voters like Redmond.
It's demoralizing, to sum it up. It's demoralizing because I don't know. I don't know. I just go through the day thinking that everything is okay, and at a matter of a split second, somebody makes a decision on my life when I'm doing everything right to actually redeem the things that I've done in my past.
In order for a constitutional amendment to happen, it would have to pass the General Assembly 2 consecutive years and then go to voters in Virginia for a referendum, a long process that some advocates say needs to happen. Reporting at the state capitol, Jake Burns, CBS 6.